Hey, what's up guys? So a few of you have been asking me to go and check out this new gaming mouse from Cooler Master, as we have been starting to cover a few more gaming mice on the channel like the glorious Model O. It seems like there's a current race going on among gaming mouse manufacturers for the title of the lightest gaming mouse out there, and currently Cooler Master will hold that title with the sub 53 gram MP710. As far as I know, this is the lightest gaming mouse on the market, or almost on the market as it still is in production, and after spending a bit of time with it today, I'll let you know what you can expect. But firstly, a big thanks to MSI for making this Computex trip possible. You can check out their latest range of Intel based motherboards in the link in the description. So to start with, this gaming mouse isn't aimed at casual gamers who play a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Cooler Master are targeting competitive first-person shooter enthusiasts who want the lightest and therefore fastest gaming mouse that they can wield. So this is the MP710. They're planning on releasing this to the market in the coming months for just $49 US, so officially putting Final Mouse out of business. Now, they don't have an official weight measurement just yet. One Cooler Master rep said that it's 51.5 grams, another said 53 grams. The spec sheet says 55 grams. The point is, it's super light. This thing feels incredibly surreal and weird to hold. You kind of get the deception that it feels cheap because cheap products are usually really light plastic, but this mouse does actually have quite a few things going for it, and in many ways it does feel pretty premium. To start with, it's using a Pixart 3389 sensor, which is top of the line, and Omron switches for the left and right mouse buttons. Speaking of which, they do feel nice and light, at least on the model that I have played around with here. The left and right mouse clicks do have a bit of pre-travel, which is basically the slight distance before they properly actuate the switch. Again, this isn't the final model, just my first impressions with the pre-production model. Ideally, this would be a little bit more dialed in for the final model in my opinion. One thing that I do feel strongly about, and that is pretty much a deal breaker for me at this point, is that the left side buttons are incredibly stiff. Again, this is a pre-production model, but I do hope that Cooler Master dial this in for the final product, because otherwise every other button feels pretty solid and light. The scroll wheel also felt light to actuate and not too stiff to scroll with as well, so no complaints here at all, which is a big relief. Scroll wheels aren't an easy thing for mouse companies to get right, so it's good to see Cooler Master at least dial it in for this pre-production model. Now, it is an ambidextrous shape for both left and right-handed users, with the side buttons on the left side, and this is a small mouse aimed towards those who prefer a claw grip or a fingertip grip. The hump is pushed towards the back of the mouse to further accommodate this more arched claw grip style. There is also a slight taper in the middle of the mouse for grip. Of course, to reduce the weight below 55 grams, Cooler Master are jumping on the honeycomb cutout train here, and they truly have gone all in. There are cutouts literally everywhere on the mouse, except where you'll be making contact with your fingertips. So no cutouts towards the front sides or towards the edges of the left and right mouse buttons, so that's good to see. The coating is a matte finish that will be available in either white or black. I personally think the black model looked the most premium. Now, the cord is going to be make or break, and Cooler Master were quick to mention that the cord here on these models isn't going to be on the final production model, and that they're going to be moving to something a lot softer and lighter. Fingers crossed they do go for something like the glorious Model O, or even just a super light plastic cable that Logitech are doing. The cable on these models was really stiff. Now, of course, I can't comment on comfort or handling or anything like that because it's a show floor environment, but I will say that Cooler Master have got a ton of things right with the MP710. On the pre-production model, the buttons feel nice and light, the scroll wheel feels pretty solid and dialed in. It's only the heavy cord and the stiff side buttons that need to be addressed before release if they really want to challenge what Glories are going to do next. They did mention that there will be an MP711 coming as well, which basically just adds in an RGB logo and mouse wheel. That one will likely be a little over 60 grams, and they said it's an additional $10. Overall, I'm pretty keen to test out the MP710, and I'm interested to hear everyone's thoughts on this one down below, as there has been quite a lot of hype around this mouse. As always guys, a huge thanks for watching. Consider subscribing down below if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one.